See, there is a problem on moving charge particle. See, suppose there is a conductor. If there is a conductor, is kept in a magnetic field. See, this is the magnetic field. B is the direction of the magnetic field. L is the length of the conductor in contact. Length of the conductor in contact with the magnetic field. If you pass the current, here, if you pass the current, right, this is the direction of the magnetic field, this is direction of the current, the force is towards you, force acting on the current. And if theta is the angle between the direction of the current and direction of the magnetic field, then force is given by B I L sin theta. Bill sin theta, right? Can you follow here? It's called Fleming's left rule. What is Fleming's left rule? If theta is equal to 90, what will happen? This is the magnetic field. This is the direction of the current. The force is outside. Towards the thumb, towards. Therefore, if you stretch the finger, the three fingers of a left hand, forefinger shows the direction of the magnetic field, middle finger shows the direction of the current, thumb represents the direction of the force acting on the conductor. Now, what is the magnitude of the magnetic force? Suppose they will ask force per unit length. This is they'll ask you for final exam as well as NEET. They'll ask in the NEET question also, or second year PU also they'll ask. Force per unit length. Force per unit length. Force per unit length. They'll ask find the magnitude of the force. Directions towards you. Find the magnitude of the force per unit length of a wire carrying a current of. It carries a current of 8 ampere, making an angle 30 degree. Making an angle of 30 degree with the direction of the uniform field. Uniform field value is they given. Field value, suppose 0.15 Tesla. Field value is what? 0.15 Tesla. Find the magnitude of the force. You know F is equal to what? BIL sin theta. Theta is 30 degree. Sin 30 is what? Half value, half. Therefore, force is equal to B is how much? 0.15 into I is 8 ampere. L is force per unit length, no? This is force per unit length. L, you bring this down. Sin 30 is what? Half. Therefore, this is 4. 0.15 into 4. Right? 0.6. Therefore, force per unit length, no? 0.6. Force is Newton per meter. Easy, no? So the same second sum, another sum, same thing for question paper only they have asked this. Here, when a length of the conductor is equal to 3 centimeter, carrying a current of 10 ampere, place inside a magnetic field, right? Inside the magnetic field. The magnetic field is 0.02 Tesla. What is the magnitude of the force? What is the force? They are asked. Right? That means they have kept like this. Place inside a solid. Place perpendicular to the and theta is say 90. They are given theta is 90 degree. Right? Theta is also 90 degree. Therefore, you know F is equal to BIL sin 90. Sin 90 on direct substitution give the value. B is what? 0.27. I is 10. L is 3 centimeter. See, 10 to the power of minus 2. Student, they go wrong here only. Understood? In urgent, they substitute only 3 actually. You have to substitute this. So you have to be very, very careful. This 90 degree means normal they will give. Normally to the magnetic field. Therefore, here remaining you can easily do that answer. You'll get 0.081 Newton something. You'll get it. Okay. Now another problem is this. This is another problem. A beam of proton. See, proton. Proton is what? Proton is having a charge E plus E. Right? A beam of proton moving with the velocity V. V is how much? 4 into 10 to the power of 5 meter per second. Velocity enters the uniform magnetic field. The charge is what entering the uniform field. That means velocity is given. Right? This is the magnetic field, let's say. Magnetic field. It is entering the magnetic field. Right? It's moving with the velocity this. But this is the magnetic field. Right? Entering the magnetic field of 0.3 Tesla, right, at an angle of 60 degree. At angle of 60 degree, the direction of the magnetic field. This is the direction of the magnetic field, this is 60 degree. Right? Find the force, they are asking. Find the force acting on it. Right? Force is given by force in the magnetic field. Q V cross B, correct? This is Q V B sin theta. This is the force. This is a vector which is perpendicular to both, but F magnitude of the force is Q B V sin theta. Understood? Making an angle 60 degree, no? The Q is what? Proton. V B sin theta. Right? Then charge of proton is 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. Velocity is how much? 4 into 10 to the power of 5 into B. B is 0.3 into sin 60. That is 1.6 into 4 into 0.3 into 10 to the power of minus 19 plus 5 is how much? Minus 14. Sin 30 is root 3 by 2. This. Now you know how to calculate this. Then they'll find the... see here what actually happens is, if both are, if it is not force and the velocity and magnetic field, both are perpendicular, what will happen? You will get a circle. If they are not perpendicular, you will get helix. If it is not sine circle, no. If it is both are B and V are perpendicular, it forms a circle. If it is not perpendicular, what will happen? You are forming a helix. But you don't have this in the exam, but CET, NEET and all they'll ask. Right? Right? What is this? Is the pitch. Understood? It will go in this circular. Right? Suppose mass of the proton if they give. Now you can calculate the radius of the helix if you want. Okay? Mass of the proton. Mass of the proton, it comes around say 1.67 into 10 to the power of minus 27 kg. If you know the mass of the proton, see for circle, centripetal force is equal to force due to magnetic. What is force due to magnetic here? QBV, right? Here M V square by or centripetal force. For circle we do it. Understood? Here PV cancel. MV by R is equal to QB. This is a circle. But in this case, V is replaced by V sin theta. If it is not circle. Therefore, M V sin theta by R is equal to QB. Understood? That's all the difference. Right? Therefore, you can calculate the radius. Radius is what? M P sin theta by QB. You can calculate it. Mass you substitute here. Velocity also you substitute. Sin 60 root 3 by 2 substitute. Charge you substitute. B you substitute. Suppose radius you get the value. Say 1.2 into 10 to the power of minus 2 meter. You get it. Say you'll get this value only. That means 1.2 centimeter. You'll get 1 point. This I already worked it out. Okay. Radius is 1 centimeter. Once you know the radius, pitch is very, because what is pitch? Pitch is what? Distance traveled. Velocity is equal to distance traveled by time taken. Time taken is time for one rotation. Time for one rotation is called pitch. Velocity is equal to distance by time taken. Time taken for one rotation. But time taken for one rotation, again what? You have to use that pitch formula. Velocity, no? Right? Time you have to calculate. What is t? Period is given by a formula. 2 pi q by qb by 2 pi m. You know this. Period is given by a formula. Period is equal to qb 2 pi m. See, these are all, when you want to do CET, you have to do all this. Therefore, V is equal to P by T. Instead of V, what you write? V sin theta. P by T. You know T is equal to QB sin theta. Right? V sin theta, no, you can calculate the pitch. You try, you will get around 4.37 into 10 to the power of minus 2 meter, or 4.37 centimeter you will get it. But these are all only for IIT problems. If you want, you can do, but it is not required now at present for final exam.